Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Nama. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe, wherever you are. On 24th of November 2022 at 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we extend a very warm welcome to all our brothers and sisters across the globe. It should be green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. Let me just take you back in the 2020. On 29th of July 2020, the Honorable Prime Minister gave the green signal to the new education policy of India, that is NEP 2020. Now, this is going to be the game changer. There are three stages. One is formulating the policy, second is the implementing the policy, and third is monitoring the policy. Of course, it's coming in different phases, and slowly and gradually, a lot of permutation combinations are being worked out how it should be. Another very important point is that it has been endorsed that 6% of the GDP will be spent on education ecosystem as a part of the whole development process. We have also been deliberating all these days education, skills, competencies, capabilities, research, innovation, technology, adoption, passion, happiness, everything we have been talking about. Now, right at the center of everything, there are two elements. One is teacher, another is student. Of course, administrator, educators, principals, directors, and all, they are there. As far as student is concerned, his parents or her parents, they are also there. But when we are taking these two identities, it's very important. They both got to be happy. They both got to collaborate. They both got to understand each other's frequency. It's not communicating, but it is connecting heart to heart, connecting soul to soul, connecting mind to mind, connecting vision to vision, connecting expertise, whatever they have got, each one of them. That is your creativity, your curiosity, your passion for teaching and passion for learning. Now, how does the passion for teaching comes? That something is very interesting. There are a couple of factors which are keeping our teachers low. I'm one of the teacher and I understand what are the difficulties of the teaching profession. To become a teacher, gone are the days when there was a 19th century, the like industrial era, benches were there, everything was there. And there was only one source where from the information was coming to 20th century, and we have moved on. Every industry up to 21st century has got changed, but there's a least change as far as education ecosystem is concerned. Of course, the pandemic has given a big jolt, and it has given a somersault, multiplier effect to the technology. Everything has got changed so much. I love technology. I love people who deal with technology, and I adore them. I appreciate them. If there can be equity in the world, if there can be equilibrium in the world, if a poor chap sitting in the last mile, last picket, and the last village of any particular place, if they would get the desired and deserving education, then only we can feel that yes, there is a Samanta as far as humanity is concerned. So, ladies and gentlemen, right at the center, we are taking teachers, educators, we are taking counselors, we are taking mentors, coach. When we talk about teachers, often it is being said that there should be a capacity building program. Now, what kind of a capacity to be built? How often the capacity to be built? What all is to be incorporated in the capacity building? What teachers would enjoy when the capacity building is there? And there are a number of factors which we have to take into consideration when we talk about capacity building. I'm looking towards my mobile only for one reason, because I just want to see on the YouTube whether the program has got live. Yes, thank you. So people have also started joining over there on the YouTube. I'm grateful to them. Those are watching this particular program. Those are associated with this program. Those are my brothers and sisters across the globe kindly post your views on the YouTube. It's always good to know each other. It's always good to get closer, and it's always good to collaborate. Closer and collaborate. That is something we will take on. So, with these words, ladies and gentlemen, let me share today's presentation with all of you, and we just go right over here. Let me share something very interesting. And today's topic on Thursday, 24th of November is teachers' capacity building and ways for making learning effective. How do we make learning effective, engaging, rewarding, enriching? There are a number of words you can use it whatever you feel like. Today's 1731st webinar, and we are proud of all of you giving your valuable support every day and being a part of this program. International Chamber for Service Industry, ICSI, extends a very warm welcome. And as you all know that we are a link between India and our brothers and sisters across the globe, the non-resident Indian, the corporate sector, all of us together, a lot of strategies, a lot of combinations we keep working on, roadmap, action plan, blueprint, strategies, innovations, and that all is focused on empowering service industry, and education is a part of it. Now, let's learning effective and exciting for their students, the people those are coming in contact. How do you make teacher passionate? How do you make your teaching effective? That's what we are going to deliberate. Now, there are multiple intelligences we talk about, using multiple intelligences to make the classes more interactive, interesting, stimulating, rewarding, joyful. We have got two parts of the brain, generally what is being conveyed. I'm not a science student, but what I have been told, I'm just taking that. There's a left brain and there's a right brain. There's something which is always active and which is less active. And if you make it more active, then they say a lot can happen on this universe. What Einstein, which part of the brain he got it, those are from the science student. They can always post it onto the YouTube and convey my best wishes and greetings to all my friends, those have joined. Mohit Chaudhary, hearty welcome. Vidhi Jaiswal ma'am, students query, and Habung Tayoji, and all other dignitaries, those are joining us over here. We extend a very warm welcome to each one of you. Thank you very much for being a part of this particular journey. So, from multiple intelligence, when we talk about, that means there are different styles of learning. Everybody doesn't learn one way. If there are 40 students in one class, or 30 students, or 25 students, or whatever is the number of the students in one class, each one of them they do not enjoy learning in the same style. Some of the children, they would be the self smart, they would be word smart, they would be number smart, they would be logic smart, they would be picture smart, they would be body smart, they would be music smart, they would be nature smart, and some of them would be people smart. We have also been joined by Julie Subba ma'am, all the way from the Northeast. We extend her a very hearty welcome and warm welcome. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we are talking about the multiple intelligences, let's look at it. What are the different? Now, thinking skills. Power of positive thinking. Do you know there are various books which have been written on that? Think positive, talk positive, walk positive, sleep positive, get up positive, dream positive, eat positive. Everything is positive, positive, positive. Everybody talks about it. Now, when you talk about thinking skills, is it you're inquiring? Is it information processing? Is it reasoning? Is it evaluating? And is it creative? There are a number of things which comes to my mind. So there is a multi-chart. You can see it at your own. I don't want to spend too much of time over here. Vijay Kumarji, thank you very much for joining us. Seeing you after a long time. I'm so very happy, Vijay Kumarji. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, generally it is said what we think we are. Okay, so that means our thought process is very important. If our thoughts are positive, and generally it is conveyed, what we think that determines what we believe, and what we believe that determines how we feel. And the way we feel, that influences how we are going to act. And when you talk about positive thinking, your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings, they get converted into actions. You can't live a life with negative mind. Now, whenever I listen to my mentor, one of the mentors, I should call it, Les Brown, he always say that first of all, have faith in yourself, get focused, and then follow through. Just move on, and you'll get the results. After Vijay Kumarji, we have also been joined by Arun Meher. Thank you very much. And all other dignitaries, those are joining us, we extend a very hearty welcome. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from the lower order thinking skills, we have to move to higher order thinking skills, because understanding and working with the higher order thinking skills would help you a lot. Because earlier the education was knowledge acquisition. There was a blackboard, there was a chalk, there was a teacher, there was one source, information was coming, we were acquiring from there, and we were moving. But now we have moved further, because when there is a multi sources available to give you knowledge, information, whatever you need. So knowledge acquisition to knowledge deepening, and from knowledge deepening you move to knowledge creation. That is higher order thinking skills. That means remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. All I also extend a very warm welcome to Wemuzo Bero from Nagaland. Thank you very much. You are a great person. Thank you. Ishita Shuklaji, God bless you from Uttar Pradesh. So let's move on to active learning. Methodologies to make teaching more interactive, involving, and more meaningful. Active learning, when you say, what do you want to know? Students do most of the work. Students use their brain more, study ideas together, solve problems, apply what they learn, fast-paced, fun, active, students out of their seats and thinking aloud. That is active learning. Nisha Agarwalji, hearty welcome to you. Thank you very much. Manisha Chaturvedi ji, thank you very much for joining us. Hearty welcome. Cooperative. There is no competition, collaborative and cooperative learning. How to get interaction and multiply using growth. That is something very important. Organizing, learning, what to use where, when, how, which way, to enable understanding and recall whenever you need information. Organizing learning. Let's move ahead. If children are laughing, if they are enjoying, believe you, they are learning. Effective strategies towards using classroom. Humor is very important, ladies and gentlemen. I have been told that humor works as a lubricant. You bring more friction in the two plates or two elements if there's no oil. It is a beautiful oil. So we must use humor in our education ecosystem to make it interesting. Developing and using creativity in learning. Everybody talks about creativity. Now, how it is, how do you develop creativity? What are the new situations? Or how do you experience creativity? Explore, reflect, imagine, learn, discover. There are so many ways when we talk about creativity. Using art, color, clay, and sand for effective learning. I still recall, I've been told very often that let children play, बच्चों को मिट्टी में खेलने दो. क्यों खेलने दो? Because when they are part of soil, when they are part of nature, हम मट्टी से तो आए हैं और मट्टी में ही जाना है. That is the way we have to understand. वो बच्चा हमेशा उसकी immunity strong रहेगी. जो बच्चा basically मड में खेलता है, मड के साथ करता है, क्ले है, सैंड है, डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ आर्ट एंड कलर. आपने देखा होगा बहुत सारी फिल्मों में भी दिखाते हैं, समुद्र के किनारे जो प्रेमी होते हैं, lovers, they always write something on the sand over there. That is also there. So that's why I'm saying art, color, clay, and sand. Using theater for effective learning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, life is theater. Life is theater. ये स्टेज ही तो है. इस स्टेज के ऊपर हम सब परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. कितना नेचुरल हम परफॉर्म करते हैं, that decides how effective are we, how confident are we, and how connected we are. You know, learning the importance of theater is very, very important for all of us. We got to understand. Now, how education can be theatrical? Just imagine, teacher is standing in the front, teacher is the actor, producer, director, and teacher is the central focus when teacher is talking to children. So, whether children enjoy your class or they are engaged or disengaged or effective or passionate, it would depend on your performance in that theater. Classroom is a theater and there is a film being made. Now, this all depends on how the children learning effectively. Thereby, make use of your classroom the best possible way. Engage everybody in a positive, constructive, innovative, and dynamic way. Learning with music, music is so beautiful. It brings so much in your life. I always believe whether you can sing or not, but you should make an attempt. चाहे bathroom singer ही हो आप, लेकिन गाना जरूर गाइए. It will always keep you happy. It will make you happy. जैसे at my age, I always believe, वो कहते हैं ना, एक मनी कर्णिका का गाना आया था, देश से है प्यार तो हर पल ये कहना चाहिए, मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए, सिलसिला ये बाद मेरे यूं ही चलना चाहिए, मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारत ये रहना चाहिए. इसको थोड़ा सा म्यूजिकल में लेके जाएं तो, देश से है प्यार तो हर पल ये कहना चाहिए, मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारतीय रहना चाहिए, सिलसिला ये बात मेरे यूं ही चलना चाहिए, मैं रहूं या ना रहूं भारतीय रहना चाहिए. Use music the best possible way, whatsoever you can. Using music for learning, you can't imagine how much does it help on children. There are so many skills they work on. It affects your body on different parts in a different way. It makes the entire environment so stimulating, rewarding, enjoyable, engaging. That is something very important, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the language development in early childhood and the middle school. Now, language is very, very important. Children, they are adaptive. They pick up things very well. And 6 lifelong benefits of the language and the literacy skills are: it builds confidence and self-esteem. It encourages independent learning, enhances cognitive ability, strengthens brain function, improves attention span, and enriches communication skills. It's something very important which we all have to realize. Excuse me. I must extend a very warm welcome on the YouTube to the Claudia Lingua also, and of course our regular visitor Sakshi Chauhan and Deepa Hazarika, all the dignitaries, those are joining over here. It's a great hearty welcome to all of you. Thank you very much for being the strength of the program. Now, make mathematics as a pleasure to teach and exciting to learn activities that connect math to the real life. A lot of people are very scared of mathematics. And at the same time, let me share a secret with you also. USA, Canada, Europe, they need more Indians for STEM and particularly for mathematics. And that's in the Middle East also. Why is it so? What is mathematics? Because all the time they start their life with a calculator. Over here, you have to remember the tables, you have to remember everything. So you sharpen your brain. It's like you are applying the chisel and you're sharpening it again and again. Mathematics is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Things in the world we use math for: building, being on time, medicine, art, cooking, banking, shopping, saving, science, engineering, measuring, planning, events, decorating, counting, and clothes measurement when they are being stitched to fit to your body. All that when you take into consideration, it is very important. All of us, we have to realize that mathematics plays a very important role. My grandchild, he always bring those cubics, to me, and he plays right before me, and I always tell him, explain to me also. I also want to learn from you. How is it? And he said, you will take time to learn. And he rotates those colors. That is the Rubik's. And then I had gone into, and to be very smart right before him, I just saw on the Google who developed the Rubik's, how it had come up, the gentleman from Hungary, how did he come to know? So I read that. I forgot the name of even the person who discovered the Rubik. He remembers. He says such and such person from Hungary in such and such year developed. So, ladies and gentlemen, mathematics is also very important. You all got to remember. Now let's come on to, we have to take into consideration something that is brain mind learning capacities. This is something very interesting which we have to take into consideration, that is brain-based learning and study skills. If we want to create enriched environments that help students learn, then we need to include all of the following: your emotional climate, your instructional climate, and your consolidation climate. Relaxed, alertness, immersion, complex experiences, and active processing. All that when we are taking into consideration is a brain-mind learning capacities, which is very important. Now, how the storytelling can improve. Life is a story. And right from the childhood, we have been, हम क्या करते थे, दादा दादी की कहानियां, नाना नानी की कहानियां, बेताल और विक्रम की कहानियां, और वो मालगुडी डेज की कहानियां, आर के लक्ष्मण की कहानियां, कितने सारे सीरियल, कितने सारे प्रोग्राम्स, all that you have to take into consideration. That is something very important. Let me also extend a very warm welcome to Yusuf Randhawa, who is joining us. Kim Kepkin, hearty welcome to you on the YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, how storytelling can improve your learning courses, that you have to understand. Increased learner engagement. Instructionally, it becomes very sound, and emotionally, you get connected with learning. Your curiosity goes up. उसके बाद क्या हुआ? फिर क्या हुआ? फिर स्टोरी में क्या हुआ? अरे नानू तुम सो गए, मेरे को सुनाओ ना. It inspires, it encourages them, it brings positivity them, and it breaks the monotony, and it links them with lots of thinking process, thought process, and they start learning in a beautiful way. Now, understanding activity design. This is something very important when we talk about activity, understanding activity. First is how you gain the attention. Then you inform the learner of the objectives, why you are using that particular activity. Prior learning, present content, provide guidance, practice, provide feedback, assess performance, enhance retention, and transfer to the job whatsoever children are doing. These are 9 events of instructions, very important. Using experiential and integrated design is also very important. Now, how there could be experiential learning? When you have got a field experience, interactive stimulation, you have got teaching labs, you have got project-based coursework, and many other things. And then the work, integrated learning like apprenticeship, cooperative education, internship, entrepreneurship, service learning, applied research projects, mandatory professional practicum, clinical placement, field placement, work experience, all that we take into considerations. Try and see sometime the athletics also, students clubs also, and observing and demonstrations, volunteer experiences, summer programs or part-time jobs, all that is there. Shared values in experiential learning, it focuses, and methods. Now, there are 3 layers when we talk about. First is the teacher, because we are talking about capacity building of teachers. When we talk about teachers, You got to focus subject acquisition. You're interested how to complete the syllabi, timely, everything, assessment, evaluation. Now, student-centered method, when we talk about their satisfaction, that is something very important. And when you look at it a little larger scale, the community, they are centered onto organizational benefits, how the society gets the benefit of that. That is something very important which we have to take. Now there are benefits of interdisciplinary learning also, because a lot of discipline you combine together, you bring permutation combination, and then students enjoy. Teachers capacity building for understanding their students, it's very important. There are some key takeaways I wish to share with all of you. Understanding emotional needs of a child, working with acceptance and intentions, understanding and developing high self-esteem, developing life skills or success skills. All that is teachers' capacity building for understanding their students. Now, what could be effective classroom management? Cooperation, disciplining in the classroom, communicating to motivating the children, circle time, creating stimulating yet enjoyable physical, mental, and emotional environment in the class is very, very important, which we all have to take into consideration. Now, strategies to enable children to learn, write, and remember spelling correctly. There are different methods which you apply. There's a, like, let's see the first word, independence. You have divided into three parts: prefix, root word, and suffix. So, independent ends, independence. Okay, let's take second strategy. You've got a spoon, you've got a fork, you've got a plate. So you display them, you put the names on the top, and that is the way you give learning, the adaptability and the strategy. Then come fill in the blanks, TAB, and then the blank is there, and then E, table. That means children should be fill in the blank and learn. So strategies to enable children to learn, write, and remember the spellings correctly. Now, science is looking, doing, concluding. Let each science class be an active, exciting journey for children. Experience science all around you through activity-based learning, workshops, training programs, whatever can be done. Unravel the mystery of the history, how history can be taught, how children can learn history the best possible way, in engaging way. On the YouTube, you see a lot of program. There's a music which comes through, there is a pictorial way. They enact that particular scene, what must have happened at that point of time. So effective way to make the history fun. Big pictures, the topic. Geography, that's another area, something very important. Geography is all around us. A workshop which shows teachers how geography is best learned through events, landmarks, experiences all around us. Do you see on the right hand side, there's a map being displayed. On the left hand side, you are seeing app. So from map to app, you have to move on with the technology now. So discovering one's potential as a teacher, and then you say, I'm here for you. Don't worry, child. I'm there to take care for you. And as far as our teachers are concerned, we are there with you, for you, and always we will do cooperative work. Developing effective facilitating skills. Now, teachers got to be facilitators. Teachers got to be co-learners. Teachers, the whole process of the education ecosystem has got changed. Conducting effective sessions, there are 4 steps of effective training. How do you go by? Training need analysis. First is analyze it. Then training content design, effective training methods, training delivery and action planning, training evaluation and follow-up, and what is the end result which you're getting over there is very important. Now, developing and adding your creativity in your teaching is something very, very important. Like you see over here, we are showing you the notebook, the spiral binded notebook, and you can see the creativity is right at the center. And then you go being, thinking, and thereafter from thinking, lifestyle, mentality, and then freely thinking, no limits, and then making. From there you come writing, music, art, craft, decision, and then options, good, bad, explore, test, weigh, find what all can be done. So creativity is at the center, which we all have to realize. 3 communication skills all teachers should have: observing, listening, and using clear language. If you are a teacher, if you are in teaching profession, if you wish to be a teacher, work on your communication skills, because if you can talk effectively, if you can convey your feelings, your subject, your content in a beautiful package, the children are going to enjoy, they're bound to enjoy. Now, simple ways to engage in the lifelong learning. If I come on to that, professional goals, your leadership opportunities, find your learning styles. And thereafter, when you move on to third is the health of every child. That means the brain health or the cognitive capacity. That also you have to take into consideration. Then there got to be a growth mindset, and there has to be a satisfaction. You've got to be happy that, look, I'm passionate to be a teacher. I'm passionate to be a good teacher. I'm passionate to be innovative teacher. Now, there are 8 ways to relax and calm your mind. Stretch yourself whenever you're tired. See relaxing videos. Do some bit of yoga. Meditate. Slow down and calm. Listen to beautiful music. Breathe. Whenever you feel like, breathe a little longer and inhale fresh air, relax yourself. And finally, try a cup of tea and a coffee, because all 8 are there to give you stimulation, the framework of teacher's mind, helping them relax, enjoy, and give the best to the children. Becoming the favorite teacher of children. How do you become the favorite children? Students do not enjoy learning from the teachers to whom they don't like. That is something which you have to take as a gospel truth. Now, what is going to be the future of education? Something very interesting. Keep students interested, keep students informed, keep students involved, and keep students inspired. Because if you keep them inspired, so ladies and gentlemen, our chamber is totally dedicated to making education and skills relevant. And right from 25th of March 2020, we have done lots of programs for you. 1,600 webinars we have done during the pandemic itself. Our chamber is proud. We brought India's first finishing school way back in 1994 for the service industry, where we started a wonderful brick and mortar journey with the non-resident Indian and leading corporate houses, working on the personality enhancement, communication to connecting, collaborative, creative, innovative, curiosity, critical thinking, design thinking, and lifelong learning through music, humor, fun, dance, happiness, passion, stimulation, and reward. We have taken care of more than 52,000 youth and 35,000 teachers. We are proud of them, those have come. And now, from the brick and the mortar, we have moved on to digital lab. Post-pandemic, there's a digital lab. We just require one room in every school, college, university, ITI, polytechnic, vocational training center, skill center, one room. And that room can become an inspirational lab. Our chamber has got lots which has been done, researched and searched for years together, just to build the curiosity, creativity, imagination, innovation, design thinking, critical thinking, and adaptive learning, joyful learning, and bringing empathy in the whole education ecosystem. This inspirational lab works on mental wellness, physical wellness, professional wellness, social wellness, economic wellness, all that when we take into consideration. Teachers, we are with you. Teachers, I am personally with you because I am also at my heart one of the teachers. Capacity building of the teachers through inspirational lab, making them ready to globally take on any journey. I would request each one of you start having project-based teaching and learning ecosystem, and take on the real world issues, activities, needs, problems, difficulties, all that you bring in your education, it would become practical. And learn through nature, because nature plays very important role for all of us. What we are talking about, climate change, carbon neutral, waste to resource management, water management, all that is. Teachers, you got to be passionate, creative, innovative, and you got to work together. Your mind can conceive and believe, it come together. Let's make education and skills relevant. Till date, we have completed the 10 31 webinars. We are ICSI India. Come and be a part of it. International Chamber for Service Industry. Do subscribe ICSI India. Do press the bell icon, like it, share it, comment it, whatever you feel like. We have taken Chandigarh, the city beautiful, the green city, the serene city, the clean city, the dynamic city, the young city, the student city, the vibrant city. We have taken, and Dr. Dharampal, the honorable advisor to the administrator UT Chandigarh, very dynamic person who is very, very positive. And with him, we have drawn the complete roadmap how Chandigarh should become the role model in education and skills, research and innovation for the entire Asian continent. We have already started the journey. We had lots of deliberations with the entire education team, and we have gone to the ITI Sector 11. We have moved to another ITI Sector 28. We had gone to another Polytechnic Sector 26. We had gone to yet another institution, Sector 10. Then we had gone to the B.Ed College 20D. We also went to Yoga Education Health Sector 23A Government College. And ladies and gentlemen, we extend you a very, very warm welcome. Do join us on 13th, 14th, and 15th of January in our annual convention. It's a hybrid event. You can join on the YouTube. Entire program will be live telecast for you, which you can enjoy your own way. North India Pravasi Divas, 29th Annual Convention of International Chamber for Service Industry. Complete focus is going to be on education, skills, competencies, capabilities, teachers, youth, educators, technology, and future 2047, how India would be. And we are taking the case studies, the theme country, Singapore and Finland on 2 days. And finally, I wish to share with you 1 minute stimulation and the reward of the Inspirational Lab for all of us.
Welcome to the Inspirational Lab of ICSI Finishing School for Service Industry. The International Chamber for Service Industry, or ICSI, brought on ground India's first finishing school for the service industry in 1994. However, it has become an inspirational lab and turned completely digital post-pandemic. Here, the students link academics beyond syllabi. They journey from effective communication to connecting skills, curiosity to creativity, along with soft skills, life skills, and technical skills. Health and wellness is another important component of the Inspirational Lab at ICSI. Inspirational Lab is an initiative of ICSI to develop a holistic approach in education transformation. Visit icsiindia.in.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this I just wanted to show you so that you enjoy. Tomorrow we would be meeting, and tomorrow there's a special session. Look at it, what a beautiful creative has been made by our team. NRIs for Indian Education and Skills. Tomorrow is 25th of November, and we will talk about services exports from the angle of market research. Professor Vivek Shankar Natarajan, Professor of Marketing, Lamar University, Texas, will be with us. Do join us tomorrow. It would be a pleasure. Teachers, I would make a humble request to you as an elder brother. Kindly keep working on your capacities enhancement. Build your capacities the best possible way. If you are happy, the world is happy, because you will make children happy. If children are happy, parents are happy. And if you're happy, your family is happy, and your students are happy, and their parents are happy, the entire community is happy, entire nation is happy, entire continent is happy, and entire world is happy. The world is on the shoulders of our teacher. I know, I understand. Teachers got to be rewarded, awarded, encouraged, recognized, appreciated. All that we have to take into consideration, because you're a wonderful human being. I know what exactly teaching is and how much effort it requires. This may be a 35 minutes webinar, but how much work it goes into to bring this 35 minutes together with all of us, you can't imagine. It's years together we all work to come to this particular stature. There's a miles to go before we sleep. I have to learn a lot. I have to learn, unlearn, relearn. I got to skill myself. upskill myself. All that has to be taken into consideration. Let's be the co-learner. Let's learn from each other the best possible way. Let's share the information and collaborate with the entire humanity. Look forward to meeting you tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. once again with yet another program. Stay fit, stay fine, take care of your health. It's a green morning, it's a green afternoon, it's a green evening, and you are wonderful soul on this planet. Do you know that?